Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on the test server, link in the description if you want to get onto it. But we're here because overnight, I've just woken up, they've dropped Joker and Queen into the game. Now, we don't have the trials available, so I can't play around with them in campaign and stuff like that. But we can take a look at their finalized skills and skill ups, and then have a play with them in the arena of trials. Now, I know I've gone through the skills in a previous video, so I will leave timestamps where you can jump to each one's skills, where we look at them and the skill ups and stuff like that, and then also leave timestamps to the testing of them. So let's get into it. Okay, so first up we're going to look at Queen, but just before we do that, Joker breaks a record in the game. He breaks a new record. I don't think he can be beat on this. If there is someone else who beats it, let me know. He's got the longest text description for an ability in the game. Check that out. Check that out. That gives me nightmares trying to read that to you guys. Anyway, let's check out Queen first. I love Queen's design. I love the motorbike. Give me an ability where you get on the motorbike, please. Stop just punching. Please. Okay, let's just click the ability. Oh, it's because it's a combo attack. Anyway, you guys get it. Okay, so Queen summons Johanna and rides it, spinning around at high speeds to generate nuclear tornado. The tornado sucks enemies towards the center, dealing 60% AoE damage 7 times. Not too bad. With a final attack that deals 200% damage. So the final attack does scale up to 250% damage. So that is a pretty decent multiplier when you look at that. That gives us, what is it, the 420% AoE damage plus 250. What was that? What did I say? 420? 670? Something like that. 670 damage multiplier. Not too bad. Now, it's not a full screen covering AoE, so it is concentrated, but still really nice AoE damage. Queen cannot be attacked while the effects of her ultimate ability are occurring. It does take a while to do, so that is awesome. I really like her animations. Queen summons Johanna, which deals 250% AoE damage to all enemies in front of it, and also generates nuclear effect, which lasts for 5 seconds. If an enemy suffers 2 critical strikes, okay, that's what I was looking for. Only 2. While the effect is active, they shall be stunned for 2 seconds. Enemies can be stunned multiple times while the nuclear effect is occurring, and it lasts 8 seconds. Okay, so her ultimate and this ability both put that nuclear effect on, and all you have to do is 2 critical strikes on them, keeping in mind that her basic attack is a double attack. Joker, after he uses his ultimate, he gets a I think an AoE basic attack. Like, there's a lot of only 2, and I thought this was going to be capped at a limit, but no, you put it on them for 8 seconds, you can pretty much stun lock them. This is going to be like a really good front row lockout. Like, really good. Provided she gets to decent crit levels. That's sick. Okay, next one. Queen's crit rating is increased by 6% and her defense rating is increased by 20% every 10 seconds. Can be stacked. It scales up to 10 crit rate and defense by 30%. Wow. If only she had some sort of ability where she could steal her defense and turn it into attack, that'd be sick for bosses. But hey, getting that crit rating is nice. I'm kind of curious to see whether this would come into play in bosses, because you have the long fights, and it happens every 10 seconds. So if she starts out at like a base, I don't know, 40% crit rate, that means after the first 60 seconds she's guaranteed to crit everything. But like, I don't know. I don't think it will. I don't think she'll have the single target damage necessary, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Queen deals a 4-hit combo with each hit dealing 160% damage. Not too bad. Damage increased to 200%. So that's an 800% multiplier. Like, that's a big multiplier to an enemy target. And the final hit summons Johanna, which knocks nearby enemies backwards, causing them to be stunned for 3 seconds. This is, like, honestly, like, this looks savage, and I'm keen to test this, because it sounds broken, but we'll have to wait for practical testing. But this sounds broken, this kit sounds amazing. I really do like it, because I mean, you've got, and you got to remember, wait, let's get into our other skills, and then we'll have a bit of a chat about it. So Queen Queen is granted a shield which exists for 5 seconds and has a value equal to 25% of her max health every time Johanna is summoned by one of her abilities. Shield's value gets increased for the first two, and then Queen gains an additional 25% crit rating and 30% crit amplification while the shield exists. Oh, dude. The crit amplification is so nice in that. And she summons it. 3 of her abilities summon it. So we got this ability, we've got this ability, and we've got this ability, which summons it. So she can be summoning it a lot, which is savage. And then she's got that. Wow. And now for the furniture. When Queen attacks an enemy that is being controlled, herself and nearby allies are healed for 40% of the attack's damage value. Okay. Like, it's not going to be a huge heal. 9. Queen heals herself and her allies while also increasing her and her allies' attack ratings by 30% for 3 seconds. That, unfortunately, now that is not going to be usable in boss fights, because you've got to be attacking an enemy that is being controlled, unless like there's an effect that we can put that's considered control on the bosses that makes it work. But I don't think so. So I don't think that's going to be value in boss fights, but hey, that is going to be nice elsewhere. So I'm cool with that. I think she's going to be a very good pick for maybe like the Arden boss, because he can be CC'd. So you're going to be CCing him. She's going to be attacking. You're going to be getting that buff. And you're going to be getting the extra heal. So I think maybe for Arden, it might be a thing. But for most bosses, it won't. But hey, that is a pretty cool furniture. And now moving on to Joker. Okay, here we go. So this one, he's not going to be Irons 2.0. Like, I mean, when we look at Queen, she's doing nice AoE damage, except hers isn't everyone. This one's not huge, but the cool thing about this ability here, which is just an AoE damage, is 1, it looks savage. 2, it's going to be able to allow him to proc this one, which is going to be nice. So let's just keep looking. So that one, just straight AoE, 300% damage, respectable. This one, get your popcorn because it's going to take me a while. Joker, I stuffed up on the second word. Joker chooses the enemy that is positioned directly opposite himself at the start of the battle as his combat target. If Joker's combat target belongs to a non-dimensional faction, he will temporarily change his faction in order to gain factional advantage bonus against the combat target, but will also suffer from the adverse effects of other factions' bonuses. When Joker's abilities... The one thing I really want to know there is, does it change your faction bonus in your team? Like, if you go in with a 5-dimensional team, he changes his faction. In combat, does it change his faction, and meaning you only get a 4-dimensional bonus? That's what I'm going to test after this, because I'm keen to see how it works. Moving on from that, when Joker's abilities deal damage to an enemy of which he has factional advantage against, the enemy will be knocked to the ground for 2 seconds and then weakened. So keep in mind, if they've got a full team of light bearers, he changes to Graveborn, he does his AoE, he's going to CC all of them. Really sick. Weakened enemies are dealt an additional 30% damage over a duration of 5 seconds. Knockdown and weakened effects may only be used once every 7 seconds against the same target. If the combat target is slain, Joker will choose the enemy with the highest combat rating. That's how he chooses it as the next combat target. And what do we get? Combat target is knocked to the ground for 3 seconds. Nice. Enemies that have a factional advantage over Joker have their factional advantage bonus reduced by 15%. Reduced to 15%, sorry. So what I'm curious on this skill up is whether that's only against Joker or whether that's against your whole team, because that could really affect it. If it's against your whole team, you can bring a factional disadvantage team in and not suffer as bad of consequences from having factional disadvantage. So I have to wait and see how that pans out. Next one, nice easy one to read. Each time Joker has used his normal attacks 4 times, he will use his gun to deal 180% damage to his combat target, knocking them down for 3 seconds, which is nice. Deals 210% damage, okay, not bad. Each time Joker, okay, it reduces to 3 basic attacks, then he's going to use it, not too bad. This one here, when 3 or more enemies or all enemies. So this means 3 or more enemies, or if there's only 2 enemies left, the two of them, or if there's only one enemy left, I'm assuming it's just the one of them. That's how I understand this. When they're controlled, all-out attack is triggered, dealing 300% damage to all enemies. This ability can only be used when there are surviving allies on the battlefield, so you have to have at least one ally with you. This ability can be triggered once every 7 seconds and can be used up to a maximum of 3 times per battle. The damage caused by this ability will not trigger the effects of adverse reaction, which is this one, meaning the knockdowns and yada yada yada, all the good stuff. Deals 340% damage to all enemies. So what I've noticed in the little bit of testing playing that I did with him is that normally, like provided there's 3 enemies on the enemy team of the same faction that he's advantageous to, as soon as he uses his ultimate with this one, he's going to instantly proc this one, because if 3 of them are of the weakened faction, he's going to be able to go ahead and proc this, because this is going to knock them down. So basically that's what happens due to this ability, meaning he knocks down enemies that he's advantageous over. That's going to, when he uses this one, it's going to be 3 enemies that are going to get knocked down, which means he's attacking enemies that are controlled, which means he procs this one, which actually gives him a combo of 640% AoE damage when he does that, which is really, really nice. Anyway, signature item. Here we go. After Joker uses his ultimate ability, the AoE range of his normal attacks is increased for 7 seconds, during which time he deals 20% additional damage. This one I really want to check out whether it's 20% additional damage to everything he does or just his basic attacks. Joker gains 20 attack speed points while the ability's effects are in play, 35 attack speed points. Duration of the ability is increased to 15 seconds. So the 15 seconds thing is going to be really nice if it does increase his attack for all of his abilities. But I mean, even just getting that attack speed is going to be nice. So the 15-second duration thingy could be really nice. And it depends. If you've got enough haste and he's going hard enough, you might even get it every 7 seconds, but I doubt it. But anyway, that basically gives him that as a perma buff. 15 seconds, he should be ulting every 15 seconds, so that's not too bad. Okay, Joker's signature item. I tried reading this twice already, and I just get stumbled every time, so hopefully we get it. While Joker is suffering the effects of enemy control abilities, he has a 25% greater chance of being extricated. I think that just means getting out of it. By his allies for every one non-summoned ally that is currently not being controlled, and shall be immune to enemy control abilities for 5 seconds if he is successfully removed from the control. So basically the way I see that is for every ally, when he's controlled, for every ally on the field that is not being controlled, he has a 25% chance of breaking his own CC. So if he's the only one CC'd and you've got 4 allies on the battlefield, I think that means he's got a 100% chance that he's going to break out of that and then be immune to CC for 5 seconds. Really handy if you can get him to be banished by a Tassie or something like that. I think that's going to be cool. That's the way I understand it, so we'll have to see. This ability can be triggered once every 10 seconds. If the ally queen is also on the battlefield, she will raise Joker's yada yada chances by an additional 40%. So if she's on the field, he's pretty much breaking out of CC and getting 5-second immunity every 10 seconds. So that's pretty solid. Each ally has 35% of chance of getting him out of control. And Joker gains a shield with 40% of his max health that exists for 5 seconds if he is... That's not bad. So he gets it every 10 seconds he can use it. So he gets 5 seconds of immunity plus a shield for 5 seconds. I mean, that's not too bad. I have to see how necessary it is or how valuable it is. It's a lot of investment to get 9 furniture on that, but it's not too bad. Anyway, let's go in and let's check out Queen first. So, Arena of Trials. So what I really want to test here, we'll jump into this one first. So there's the motorcycle summon, and they're both... There's the motorcycle summon again, and I'm like, she's going to summon the motorcycle a lot is what I'm trying to get at. And when she gains that extra crit rate and crit amplification when she summons it, plus the shield, I mean, she's going to do all right. It's looking pretty cool. Like, honestly, I'm like literally all I'm trying to gauge here. If we put it on ×4 speed, like, check out how much the motorcycle comes out. It's like, okay, now she's having a big stint without the motorcycle. But you get me, like, it comes out a lot. So she's going to be getting those extra effects a lot, which is sick. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's go back here. Let's test her out with her furniture. We won't get a great look. Actually, I'm going to go in here so I can reduce the speed to 0 so that we can check it out on slow-mo. So what do we got here? Let's put you there. We won't bother with an Arthur because that's just... Let's put Gwyneth up there because someone's going to get grabbed. Let's put you there. May as well go for light bearers. Put Forks there. Okay, so let's see how this works. So there's that. He's got the slow. We did get her poisoned by doing that, which was stupid. Not really seeing too much action. Like, obviously the stun's going there on the Verk, but like Gwyneth shredded everyone anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Speed this up. So I don't think she really did too much there. I don't think she really did too much in that one. No. Like, obviously you get that frontline lockout. I feel like we're going to need to try some chicken ear on, some grouping up, some different strategies with her to really test that out. But that's a bit of a look at her. That test really didn't impress me, but she didn't even get to an ultimate, I don't think. So we'll have to wait and see when we can get more testing on her. Anyway, let's jump over to Joker and take a look. So let's take a look at his... let's go this way. So there you go. He's got his faction. He's a Celestial now. So this is what I'm talking about. He uses this. That's his ultimate. And now this is his like other AoE that can happen 3 times. So every time when he uses his ultimate, if he's advantageous over the whole enemy team, it's going to instantly proc that other AoE. So this, wait for it. Must be in the, oh, he's got a time limit on how often he can do it. But you get it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now, his basic attacks AoE at this stage? No. Man, that looks sick. That's not even his ultimate. Like, it gets confusing because you could think that that's his ultimate, but his ultimate is actually just the persona coming out and dealing damage, but that just, it always triggers the other one. See, that's his ultimate. That's sick. Okay. Okay, let's test him here. Okay. Ooh, we do have the Gwyneth. So what I want to test here is if Gwyneth is going to stun them, allowing him to go. So it's enemies that he has factional advantage over. Is that correct? No, it's an enemy. Oh no, this is just enemies being controlled. So he can be any faction. So that's cool. Do we want to make him wilder just for that? Who cares? Let's do it. Let's put a zap out. Let's put Screg in. So what I want to test is basically if Gwyneth's arrows get lightning, whether it's going to instantly proc it. Please, Gwyneth. Here we go. Gwyneth's arrow. Yep. Okay. That's pretty sick. Gwyneth's arrow, if she gets the lightning arrow, is instantly going to proc that AoE damage. And then that's going to give you a boost, which... Oh, dude. Dude, let's try that again. Because if you defeat this, the thing goes away. So let's go that. Like, let's just do this. Just do them. Just do them. That's all I want to see. Okay, stuns. Boom. Instant proc. Oh my god. That is so good. That is actually really cool. I like that a lot. I really do like that. That's actually pretty sick. But because, okay, what I want to try now is, let's do Rowan, let's do you. Let's put you there, and we'll just put him there. Okay, so basically I'm doing this so that he gets the factional advantage over, oh no, it's not 3 of them anyway. Ignore that. Let's go ahead. Okay, did Gwyneth... Wait, why did we not proc? Wait, try again. Why did we not proc that time? Did Gwyneth not get a lightning arrow? She must. Yeah, instant... Ah, that's so satisfying. That's so good. Okay. Honestly, I went into the like from this first test, I actually like the Joker thing a bit more, but we didn't get a fair test of Queen, so it doesn't really count. But hey, this is pretty cool. Like that's pretty cool. I just like the Gwyneth synergy. But hey, they're both looking sick. When they do give us the free trials and stuff like that, I will test them over on the test server. Keep in mind that there will probably be one for the Misty Valley where you do need them. So if you want to save for that, go ahead. But me, I just want to play with them. So I'll get into it. But anyway, guys, that was probably a longer video than I expected. But hey, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.